Yo, the PlayStation Fangirl is back yet again. This is the intro. Let's start.
If you guys have read the title, then you already know what your girl finna start talking about. So let's go ahead and jump right into this. Also, I really don't have any notes for this because this was not really planned, to be quite honest.
Don't worry about that. It's not like your channel has a high quality anyway, you know? Like your videos couldn't get any worse.
But this situation or this discussion just completely got out of fucking hand, so here we are. Anyway, so if you guys weren't on Twitter, just hit my mic too. If you guys aren't on Twitter, excuse me. If you guys aren't on Twitter,
I was wrong, please start scripting your videos. She literally mispronounced one sentence 4 times and then hit her microphone with her arm. And I mentioned that she hit the microphone, like my dude, just add that shit out.
well, let me just say there's a lot of things, interesting things that goes on Twitter, and some of it can be good and sometimes a majority of it can be bad. And during this situation, I'm gonna go ahead and say it was like bad.
Oh my god, what did the Xbox fanboys do this time on Twitter? That was so horrible, she had to make a 15-minute video about it. Let's find out.
And let me explain why I think this whole situation was bad. So again, there was this discussion or whatever the fuck you want to call it that was going around on Twitter where all these journalists and people with check marks and influencers or whatever the hell you want to call them were posting, basically copy and pasting the same Game Pass message.
Oh, she really made a video about this? So essentially, this is what happened, yeah. On Twitter, this new sort of meme developed where gaming journalists and other influencers would tweet out something, followed by, but that's not as crazy as having access to the hundreds of games on Game Pass or something like that, I don't know. It's a joke, it's a meme. Unfortunately, PlayStation fanboys, with their lack of a sense of humor and their lack of intelligence, didn't understand why suddenly all these influencers and blue check marks were tweeting out the same exact Game Pass message. They just couldn't wrap their heads around it. Like, here's a tweet from a pretty, I guess, well-known PlayStation fanboy. Anyone, please tell me these are fake tweets. They have to be fake. No way these can be real. They are fake, right? Yes, they are fake. You're just too stupid to understand the joke. Like, this meme pissed PlayStation fanboys off so badly that our own PlayStation fangirl Sugar Girl Gaming Candy 2012, very cool name by the way, she had to make a 15-minute video discussing this joke and how problematic it is.
And it was just something that continuously just like it's just something that overflowed my TL, and not just mine, but like a plethora of other people that it just kind of annoyed over time. And even when I muted the words off my timeline, because we had a bunch of people saying, if you guys don't like it, just mute it off your timeline, blah blah blah.
I mean, fair enough, right? Like, if you're so annoyed by people making a joke and by people spamming this meme, I mean, I could understand that you would be annoyed if your entire timeline is just filled with people spamming this one meme. But muting and blocking the people that are constantly making this joke, that's the only thing you really can do. Because there's nothing else you can do about people making the joke. I mean, I guess you could complain about it like you're doing right now. But I'm pretty sure people will just spam the meme more now, just to annoy people like you. Because that's funnier than the meme itself, to be honest.
And I'm like, okay, mute it off your timeline or block the people that's doing it. And I'm like, okay. So that's exactly what I started to do, and then I had people come under my tweets and posting that bullshit. So they instantly caught the block. There was no arguing. There was no retaliation. There was no nothing. It was just block. And that was my whole mood during that day, is to block motherfuckers and kick their ass to the curb. Because you're not finna do that shit under my tweets all randomly.
I can tell from this clip that this woman clearly has no understanding of how the internet works. See, the reason why people kept spamming the meme in your comments is because you probably complained so much about how annoying you found the joke that the joke shifted. The joke itself is now no longer funny, but your reaction to the joke is. It's kind of the same why I make videos about you. The reason I make videos about you is, well, one, because my audience seems to love them. and 2, because of your reaction to when you found out that I had made 2 videos to you. You disabled comments, you disabled your like to dislike ratio, you deleted some of the videos of yours I had responded to, you made an about half an hour video ranting about me, you ranted about me for an entire day on Twitter, and now it was no longer funny to respond to your videos. It was even more funny to see your reaction. That is how the internet works.
So anyway, like people were just constantly posting this shit and posting it pretty much all day. And then when PlayStation fans started to speak on it, they started, Xbox fans and these journalists, Shields, and all these other motherfuckers started to say, well, you guys need to just learn how to take a joke and blah 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 and this and that and blah blah blah, all types of bullshit. And my whole thing is, like, first of all, a lot of these journalists, okay, so-called journalists and these so-called influencers always express how they don't like the fanboy shit, they don't like console wars, they think they're fucking stupid, and they think grown-ass people shouldn't be fucking doing it.
Yeah, because adult men and women who participate in the online debate of which plastic box that plays video games is better are honestly quite pathetic and sad. But this is just a joke, not some console war bullshit. It's just a joke about Game Pass and how many games it has and how good of a deal it is, essentially. Because it is a good deal, you cannot deny that. It's not some organized attack on our Lord and Savior Sony.
But yet these niggas turned around and here they are, they're fucking doing it and they're trying to call it a joke.
Yeah, because it's a joke.
By the way, okay, whenever PlayStation fans do actually like do the trolling and the fanboy shit or blah blah blah, most of these for jokes and it's just a laugh. And whenever we do that shit, it's toxic. It's, you know, you guys are toxic fanboys and you guys are this and you guys are that and blah 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 and all types of shit.
Yeah, but with these quote unquote jokes that the PlayStation fanboys make, they usually tend to still make fun of PC or of Xbox usually. Well, this is just a harmless joke that is making fun of nothing. The only thing it's maybe doing is promoting how good of a deal Game Pass is, which it is. I literally cannot see how you can argue with that.
So I just don't fucking understand why the fuck it's suddenly okay. It's like Microsoft acquiring a fucking publisher that was damn near in their fucking graves is now suddenly like the end all be all for these niggas. Like these niggas ain't had like,
bro, like, speak or edit this shit out.
They haven't had any type of laughter, happiness, or any of that in the past fucking 3 generations. Let me say 2 generations, because that'd be pushing it. And now it's like they feel all bolstered and boosted about this shit, and now these niggas all about jokes and this and that suddenly. Well, I ain't even gonna say suddenly, because they do still get pretty butthurt about simple stupid shit.
Okay, so first of all, riveting gameplay. Absolutely amazing. This is, by the way, what the next about 6 or 5 minutes of the video look like. Just this still image of the pause menu. Fucking amazing. And second of all, the only people I see really acting butthurt over nothing on Twitter and social media are PlayStation fanboys. Because Xbox fanboys tend to be really happy now because of all the great changes Xbox has brought them. I mean Xbox fans. I have actually never really seen Xbox fanboys or Xbox shills. I see them very rarely, especially compared to PlayStation fanboys. Like, I've had some Xbox shills in my comment section, and I've seen some of them on Twitter, and of course you have like people like Colt Eastwood, but besides that, like, I can't even go on Twitter without immediately seeing PlayStation fanboys being butthurt everywhere. Like, this is just an example. They get butthurt over a dumb fucking joke that has nothing to do with PlayStation.
You know? But like, this shit funny as shit though, yo. Like I said before, you know, these niggas like are the first ones to get up on this piece talking about how they don't like console wars and, you know, how they think console wars are childish and this and that, but then they participate in this shit, or then they always find their way in a console war like conversation.
But the joke has nothing to do with the console war. It has literally nothing to do with Xbox versus Sony. All it technically says is how great of a deal Game Pass is. That's it.
You feel me? Because I I said this like before, like if it's something I don't fuck with, I don't like, I'm not gonna fuck with it suddenly and then try to turn around and be like, oh, I'm just joking, you know, you guys need to like fucking stop it, like stop fucking like taking it so seriously, man. Oh my god, like I'm not gonna do that.
What? Is she having a stroke? Like, can anyone understand what she means? Like, is she saying that if she makes a joke and people get irrationally angry about it, she's not gonna tell them to shut the fuck up? Okay, but I will, because you're getting irrationally angry at a stupid fucking joke about Game Pass.
But again, this is coming from the same motherfuckers that are the most oversensitive gamers, if I want to call them, in the whole fucking gaming fucking industry, bruh.
The whole fucking gaming fucking industry, bruh. That is what you sound like, by the way. By the way, all fanboys of any console are the most sensitive motherfuckers in the gaming community. PlayStation fanboys, Xbox fanboys, Nintendo fanboys, doesn't matter. They're all sensitive, unintelligent, and unlogical as fuck.
You motherfuckers. Y'all can't take a simple goddamn joke, like something so simple and meager. Y'all take it and y'all start, again, blocking people, getting mad, fucking personal.
Is she talking about Xbox fanboys or whatever the fuck right now? You realize that you're describing exactly what you did, right? You couldn't take a joke, so you started blocking people and complaining about the joke and all that shit, right? This is such an unself-aware... Like, how can you not see that is exactly how you reacted to the situation?
And saying we toxic and, you know, we too grown to be doing this and all types of shit, but now these niggas want to turn around and do it and say it's just a joke. Okay, so you guys won't have an issue when we turn around and do that bullshit to y'all.
What? They didn't do anything to you. The joke wasn't about you. It didn't involve or include PlayStation or Sony at all. You're acting like this was some sort of an attack. It was just a joke about Xbox Game Pass. And I would also love to see you guys come up with your own joke, because that worked so fantastically well when you tried to make the exact same joke as the Xbox Game Pass one about PlayStation Now, and nobody gave a shit. So your next joke better be good.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so speaking of game services, okay, these journalists are saying, well, you know, we're just joking and this and that and and we're just talking about the Game Pass service. We're allowed to like it. Okay, you're allowed to like whatever the hell you want to like. Just don't push that shit in my face if it's not my cup of tea. Okay, period. Because then it's going to piss me off and it's going to make me rant. Okay. And my thing is, if they're all about game services all of a sudden, why don't these niggas talk about PlayStation Now and all the other game services that are out here?
Because they all suck. Especially PlayStation Now, like that one's especially shit. Like, I believe it's called EA Access, the other one, or whatever, the other big one. And that one is included with Game Pass, so why would someone pay for EA Access if you get EA Access as an extra if you buy Game Pass? And I literally cannot think of a single other gaming service like these.
Well, Xbox Game Pass is cheaper and Miss me with that bullshit. It ain't got nothing to do with price.
Nope, but it has everything to do with quality.
This is all about game services. And you motherfuckers preaching about it and how good they are, when PS Now offers just as much games as motherfucking Game Pass does, if not more. So, actually probably more, okay? So, I don't even understand this shit.
Oh, you don't understand that shit? Well, then let me explain it to you, dumb fuck. It's because PS Now, while having more games than Xbox Game Pass, is objectively just a worse service. I've only heard people complain about it. One of the biggest complaints is that on Xbox Game Pass, you can download the games onto your system and then play them. While on PS Now, you stream them from a server or whatever to your system. Which means that if you have a bad internet connection, you literally cannot play the games. Or you have to play the games extremely laggy. And on top of that, Xbox Game Pass is cheaper and more available than PlayStation Now. That is why people prefer Xbox Game Pass, and that is why they made a meme for Xbox Game Pass about how good it is, and not PlayStation Now. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk. Now this is where I'm going to stop my video. Her video is far from over, but I don't really feel like listening to her repeat herself over and over and over again. Essentially, to sum up what the next 3 minutes of the video would have been, was her repeating herself and saying how the joke wasn't funny, but annoying. Because, yeah, jokes aren't subjective at all. And then I believe there is another like maybe 5 minutes where she talks about Starfield and how shit Xbox exclusives are, and I'll make like a second video about that. Not sure about it yet, but for now my brain cells have endured enough and I'm just gonna end it here. So please, if you liked the video, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.